The Economic Affairs Minister leading off the Senate debate. The Transport Minister addresses that disturbing jitney brawl, and the Nassau Cruise Port continues smashing records. Those stories plus the day's other news this late night, Monday, June 22nd, 2026.
The Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
And we welcome you to the start of the work week. I'm Corval Pyfrom. As the national budget debate gains momentum, government ministers and senators are stepping forward to defend their record and lay out plans for the year ahead. Today, one of the government's key cabinet members took center stage, making the case for continued investment, reform, and a vision he says will help shape the future of the Bahamas. Starting us off here at 11 is our Leah Cooper.
In the face of global economic uncertainty, the race to attract investment has grown increasingly competitive, with nations around the world stepping up efforts to recruit capital, businesses, and top talent. That's the assessment from Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald, who led off the national budget debate in the upper chamber on Monday. The minister said the Bahamas must position itself to thrive in these evolving global landscapes, adding that the next chapter of national development will be driven by 5 key priorities.
First, improving affordability and reducing the cost of living. Secondly, expanding opportunities for Bahamians through trade, entrepreneurship, and linkages through foreign direct investment in the tourism sector. Third, strengthening competitiveness through modern institutions, standards, and innovation. Fourth, enhancing our position as a globally respected center for financial and professional services. And fifth, unlocking the transformative potential of the blue economy while ensuring that progress reaches every island throughout our archipelago.
While addressing the cost of living, Minister Fitzgerald spoke to the government's intention to implement competition legislation. It's a point mentioned in the speech from the throne last month.
Is the government's commitment to introducing competition legislation. This reform is long overdue. Competition is one of the most powerful tools available to improve market outcomes. Competition encourages efficiency and promotes innovation. Competition rewards productivity and expands consumer choices, and it helps reduce unnecessary costs.
And as global trade evolves and technology reshapes commerce, Minister Fitzgerald says his ministry will focus more on strengthening exports.
The ministry, therefore, continues advancing initiatives designed to strengthen export readiness, improve competitiveness, and support market access.
Fitzgerald said these initiatives form a part of a broader strategy to build a more resilient, competitive, and prosperous Bahamian economy for the years ahead. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Leah, also from the upper chamber, Senate President Lachelle Adderley laying down the ground rules ahead of the budget debate opening in the upper chamber this morning. The president making it clear that notwithstanding what will be robust and intense debate across the political divide, members should resist the urge to prolong or stall the debate.
Let us not play political games or political football with the livelihood of our constituents. Bahamian people from all over the Commonwealth sent us to this upper chamber on their agenda, not our agenda. The people have given us one job, and that is to do their work, and that we shall do. Whilst everyone will be given the right to speak and debate, I implore you to remain relevant to the debate at hand. The people's work must get done with purpose, pride, integrity, honor, and distinction that is demanded from the upper chamber.
Other news this late night, the government's policy into savings requires a smooth transition at the border, and customs officials say they're ready for the task. Desmond Saunders tells us more.
Customs officers say they're ready to implement the government's new duty reductions set to take effect July 1st following the 2026-2027 national budget. There will be no duties on chairlifts, reductions in clear classifications for wigs and human hair products used by patients with cancer and alopecia. First-time home owner exemptions now expanded to include duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes, and the Real Property Tax Act exemption limit for first-time buyers increased from $500,000 to $600,000. Control of Customs Ralph Monroe says the department has been involved in the process from the very beginning and is fully prepared for the changes.
The Customs Department have competent officers. They have proven their competency over the years. And anytime there's going to be adjustment, of course, we involve at the initial level with the meetings for revenue adjustments. And so as it relates to classification and suggestion as to rate of duty that would affect government revenue, we are involved at the initial stage, and so we are fully prepared.
The new tariff structures and duty exemptions expected to bring relief to consumers as government moves to lower the cost of certain essential goods. The Customs Controller noted that the transition has been weeks in the making, with system updates, staff training, and new classifications already being prepared to ensure a smooth rollout at ports of entry across the country.
When we have new numbers that have been introduced to the tariff, what happens is we've got a tariff section. What they would do is that they would prepare the rest of the Customs Department by ensuring that we have a memorandum that is prepared to send to our staff throughout the country. And so all of the new numbers and the description of the goods that will go under those numbers, they're prepared, and the control, of course, would be the person to send it and send it out to the entire customs staff.
Now, beyond internal preparations, Customs also launching a public education campaign to help importers, brokers, and consumers understand the new duty rates and product classifications. The controller now making this strong appeal.
If you're not clear on what an issue is, what changes may have been made, you can call into us, customs officers across the country, from Inagua straight to Abaco. They would be able to explain to you what changes have been made to the legislation.
As these reforms take shape, Customs says its focus remains on maintaining compliance, facilitating trade, and ensuring these duty reductions are realized throughout the economy. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Desmond Saunders.
Well, the Central Bank of the Bahamas is warning the public about several entities falsely claiming to be licensed or regulated financial institutions operating in the country. The regulator says Esperanza Bank, Coral Credit Bank, Bahamas GTB, and Bahamas Crypto Bank are not licensed to conduct financial services business in this country. The banking regulator cautions that false claims of regulatory approval may be used to mislead investors and customers, potentially exposing them to fraud and financial loss. The central bank is urging consumers to verify the status of any financial institution before conducting business and to report suspicious activity to the police force's commercial crime unit. Well, some important changes to the vehicle inspection and licensing process that could affect thousands of Bahamian motorists in the coming months. Today, the Transport Minister gave a breakdown of how the new prepaid system will work and when it will take effect. LaDon Davis reports.
Motorists across the Bahamas will now be required to pay a vehicle inspection fee of approximately $35 up front before their vehicles can be assessed and considered roadworthy. And for those whose vehicles fail to meet the required standards, the cost could be higher, as they will have to undergo the inspection process again until their vehicles are deemed fit for the road. Transport Minister the Honorable Leon Lundy says a new system is designed to reduce lengthy wait times and make the inspection process more efficient for the public.
You don't prepay for the registration, you prepay for the inspection side of it, because previously you had to go and do the inspection and then come on the inside and pay. So we're getting away with that now. You have to pre-register in order to have your inspection done. And once that passed, then you go into the registration section and make one payment for the registration.
The Minister of Transport says Bahamian motorists should not panic as they have about 7 months to get their business in order.
Make sure, as I said, that all of your lights are working, that your wipers are working, and that your brake lights are working. You just want to make sure that both you and the other persons that are using the roads are safe.
Minister Lundy says motorists who refuse to bring in their vehicles even after failing the inspection process could face even stiffer penalties.
If you fail to come in and register your vehicle, then you'll be riding on the road without a licensed vehicle. And there are penalties for that. In some cases, your car could be impounded.
Changes to the vehicle inspection process come into effect on January 1st, 2027. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Meantime, LaDawn, a social media video of two bus drivers attacking each other is drawing the attention of the transport minister, who says disciplinary measures will be taken to ensure there's zero tolerance approach to violence throughout the ground transportation network.
I'm meeting with the road traffic department now so we could make sure that the regulations and rules that we have in place are adhered to, and that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, they have to understand that they're ambassadors of the brand that we carry. Definitely we want everyone to feel safe when they're using these different operators and make sure that they know at the end of the day they're adhering to a particular brand and standard that should be kept no matter what.
That music in the background tells us we're up against a break, but there's so much more of the Bahamas Tonight at 11 right after this.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Big sandwich.
I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese.
I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
We want to get you caught up on some of the other day's news this late night. The Nassau Cruise Port recently hit a new single-day passenger record, welcoming 33,254 cruise passengers aboard 6 cruise ships. The milestone exceeds the previous one-day passenger record of 30,538 passengers set back on March 11th of last year by 2,716 passengers, representing an increase of approximately 8.9%. The achievement comes as Nassau Cruise Port has also been nominated for Caribbean's Leading Cruise Port 2026 in the World Travel Awards, further underscoring Nassau's growing recognition as a premier destination. Despite news to the contrary, 66-year-old Don Smith is tonight recovering after being attacked by a pack of dogs just feet away from his home. Over the weekend, it was reported that Smith died. Bahamas Humane Society noting in a release that some onus is on pet owners, charging that the solution to the country's roaming dog population is not fear or harm to animals, but rather responsible ownership, enforcement of existing laws, proper containment, identification, and widespread sterilization. The Humane Society added that while willing to assist any action involving the seizure, impoundment, or official handling of stray animals must follow the appropriate legal and administrative procedures. For generations, post offices have served as a vital link between government services and the communities they serve. Now, as technology continues to reshape the way people conduct business, officials say efforts are underway to ensure the country's postal network is prepared to meet modern demands while continuing to serve Bahamians efficiently. Here's Shaquille Dames with more.
Minister of Transport, the Honorable Leon Lundy, believes improving the nation's postal infrastructure remains a key priority as the government works to enhance service delivery and strengthen postal facilities across the country. During his initial tour of post offices in the capital Monday, Minister Lundy outlined the broader vision behind ongoing investments in the postal system and savings bank network.
This is one of the main connections between the government and the people of the Bahamas. So definitely we want to make sure when we're in the position to start modernizing the post office and all of the savings bank, we're doing it in facilities that are also upkept. So we had a number of facilities that were renovated this year, and we're moving into the next budget cycle where we'll complete all of the renovations with all of the facilities throughout Nassau.
Those modernization efforts are expected to extend beyond technology upgrades alone. Minister Lundy says assessments are being carried out at several locations to identify improvements needed to support future operations and ensure facilities are equipped to meet the needs of both employees and the public.
Well, we just toured the Grandstown facility, and I know the Carmichael Road facility as well as the Cable Beach facility is on tap to actually be renovated in this upcoming budget cycle. And it'll just be where we look at the structural support, the roof support, all of the AC systems, and make sure that it's as conducive for when we make that transition into modernization.
The Ministry of Transport is committed to upgrading postal facilities in order to improve accessibility, efficiency, and customer service nationwide. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Shaquille Dames.
Late night sports coming up next. Here's Swanson with a look at what's ahead.
Coming up in sports, numerous athletes qualify for upcoming international meets at the B3A's Track and Fields Nationals. More details coming up next.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
When the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
What you saying? Girl, right here, rushing to catch J.S. Johnson. I gotta renew my insurance. Oh, I with JSJ too, but I don't wait in line. I just pay online. Stop it. How you do that? Just email info@jsjohnson.com and say, sign me up for an online service center. They'll reach out and hook you up. You ain't never have to stand in line again. Amen to that. Save time. Pay online. Sign up for J.S. Johnson's online service center today. Insurance, peace of mind.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. Topping sports. The B3A's Junior and Senior Track and Field Nationals occurred this past weekend. Dozens of athletes showcasing their talent at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, bringing their absolute best in their respective disciplines. The competing talent participating with hopes of qualifying for upcoming international meets. In the women's 100 hurdles, Denisha Cartwright with the upset of the meet, beating indoor world record holder Devin Charlton with a time of 12.97 seconds.
I just knew what I needed to do, kept everything forward, everything my coach told me to lock in, don't worry about the time, just execute, and I feel like I did that. I did exactly what he told me to do, so I'm excited. My main goal is just stay healthy, keep working on what I need to work on, and trust God, and whatever door you open up for me, then that's what it is.
In the highly anticipated under-20 men's 400 final, Zion Davis clocking an impressive 45.64 seconds to claim the championship title. With this feat, Davis broke Wendell Miller Jr.'s national record of 45.91, which was set back in 2021. Giovanni Valcourt capitalizing off her success at the NCAA Division I Championships, finishing first in the 400 in 51.01 seconds. A busy weekend at the Sports Center with the Andre Rogers Baseball Championships taking place just around the way. The past few days, the Bahamas' best youth teams across 7 divisions competed fiercely at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex and Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond, vying for a spot in Sunday's gold medal matches. In the 10 and under gold medal game, Grand Bahama Little League went up against New Providence's Freedom Farm, and it would be the Farmers coming out on top as the victors, shutting out Grand Bahama 9-0. In the under 14 gold medal match, the Junior Baseball League of Nassau and Freedom Farm would face each other, and it would be the Farmers getting another gold, escaping JBL in 6-5, claiming 5 of the 7 division championships at this year's Nationals. Head coach Lionel Ferguson Jr. discussing his team's resilience.
We had a rough start with pitching, but we were able to make some adjustments and just try to will our way to a win. This is an awesome group of guys. They have great chemistry and they work well together. They understood the mission. They understood that this is a team game and we had to lean on each other to get it done, and that's exactly what we did today.
And JBLN head coach Ken Adderley reflecting on his team's performance.
I thought we could have won this game. Some simple mistakes that we made costed the game. I mean, and then there was a few calls we thought the calling wasn't that great either. But that's baseball. And kudos to the Freedom Farm. They finally beat me because we've been beating them most of the time. So kudos to them. They went and see what happens next year.
Finally, in the under 20 men's division, the arch rivals would match up again, this time it being a different outcome, as JBLN would take gold from the Farmers, winning 5-3 and finishing the tournament with a flawless 6-0 record. From the diamond to the court, we are now 11 days away from the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, and the Bahamas senior men's national team is gearing up as they're set to compete against Jamaica and Puerto Rico. Team Bahamas is conducting a series of practices this week in Miami, Florida, getting their last reps in prior to competition in this critical FIBA America's Third window. Mikhail McLean was recently named head coach of the squad and speaks to the expectations set for his guys.
We'll do training camp in Miami. We'll be out there for about 4 or 5 days, bonding, chemistry, installing the offense and the defense. We're fortunate that we have the same staff and the same roster that we had 2 years ago when we made that late push. It's a continuity to where we can kind of build off of what we've done in the past, show film of that stuff, get some scrimmages in, and just most importantly, just guys spending time together. It's a process. A lot of these organizations, they've had the same teams over the past 5 or 6 years, and we're finally in a position where we got the same team from a year ago, 2 years ago, and we just can continue to build on what we've put forth so far.
McLean also acknowledging the coaching personnel supporting him.
My urgency, I would say, was hiring a really, really good staff. I talked to these guys about 2 months ago just to kind of make sure everybody was on board. Tum Tum had a chance to coach the team last year. He has a lot of experience. Nishad Maki, that's been a part of the team as well. Having him on staff, both of those guys leading our defense. Mikey Thompson, that played on the national team. So just starting with that, we got 3 former players on the coaching staff, and I feel like that's a really, really big deal. And then you add the Charles Allen that I went to high school and college with. That's with the New York Knicks, that's helping lead our offense. And then LJ Rose, our general manager, that's done an unbelievable job putting together a roster that's competitive, organizing everything for us to have all of the resources along with Moses Johnson. So, we got a really, really good staff. And I feel as though, put us against anybody, we'd be ready to rock out.
The Bahamas is set to do battle with Jamaica and Puerto Rico on July 3rd and 6th at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. These series of games are important for the 242 as they aim to compete in the World Cup and climb the FIBA rankings. And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. See you next time.
But of course you are. But be sure to tune in every weekday at 7:30 p.m. for the Bahamas Tonight Access Now,
where we bring you the brighter side of news.
Join us for the Bahamas Tonight
Access Now, weeknights at 7:30 p.m.
Hi, this is Spence Finlayson, the Bishop of Motivation, Alpis and Diana Finlayson's last child, and host of Immediate Response on the ZNS Network.
This
Be sure to tune in every weekday, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon for immediate response on the ZNS network.
Never swim alone. Don't go deep into the pool. Don't run around the pool because you might slip and get hurt. If someone else falls into the water, don't go in and get them by yourself. Call for help. Parents, sign up your children for Let's Swim Bahamas.
June 28th at Rawson and Parliament Square for the Independence Beat Retreat. Celebrate the 53rd anniversary of Bahamian independence with an evening of culture, entertainment, and spectacular performances. The Cultural Village opens at 3:30 p.m., showcasing the best of the Bahamas. We'll see you there.
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement. Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
Summer officially got underway over the weekend. Let's check in for a look at our weather forecast. Here's Diane Dorsett. Good evening, Diane.
Good evening, everyone. To kick things off, a heat advisory remains in effect for the Northern Islands, producing feels-like temperatures well into the triple digits. We've also got a dust advisory now in effect for the Central and Southeast Bahamas, as well as the Turks and Caicos Islands. The dust is creating hazy conditions, which will continue for the next few days. Now, while the country is still under the influence of a high-pressure ridge, if we look in the northern Bahamas, we're seeing clouds linked to a mid-level trough, which could trigger showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow in some areas. And increasing moisture over the north could raise shower and thunderstorm chances at least by Friday and going into Saturday. But elsewhere in the tropics, tropical cyclone development is not expected during the next 7 days. Now, let's take a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northern Bahamas, it is 84 degrees in Freeport City and in Marshall, Abaco, 83 in Green Turtle Key, 85 in Alistown, Bimini, and in Bullocks Harbor. It's 88 degrees. Fresh Creek Central, Andros, 87 degrees. Camp Space South, Andros, 89. 88 in Roxton, Eleuthera. In Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, it is 90 degrees. In Georgetown, Exuma, it's 89. And for our southernmost islands, Clarencetown, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island, it's 87. In Auckland and Betsy Bay, 90, 85. In Matthewtown, Inagua, and for the Turks and the Caicos Islands, it's 88 degrees. Tonight, we're expecting a low of 79 degrees, mainly clear and warm, but we may get some showers. And tomorrow, 91 degrees, hazy, sunshine, and hot. Now, in your extended forecast, you can expect lots of sunshine this week with a few pop-up showers or thunderstorms. Not much change temperature-wise. Temps are still sitting comfortably in the low 90s, and when combined with high humidity, it will feel several degrees hotter, about 10 degrees actually. So continue to stay hydrated, preferably with water, and stay in shaded areas whenever you can. That's your late night look at weather, and as always, rest easy, stay cozy, and thanks for staying up with us. Have a good night, everyone.
Diana, and even as 11:30 p.m. approaches, it still feels as though it's 90 degrees outside. Well, that is our broadcast here this late night. I'm Corvell Pye for Swanson, Diane, and our entire team. You take care, be well, and remember, we will all be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
Now, see, the beauty of a chain lock is that it allows you to open the door while still maintaining your personal security.